Hello and welcome to all high value achievers and extraordinary entrepreneurs of the future. Today I'll talk about the comparisons between cricket achievements and entrepreneurship. More specifically, as all of you would be taking lead roles, I'm going to give basically some data on the greatest cricket captains of all time and what all they did to become so great. Similar parallels can be drawn on entrepreneurship also as we take our leap of faith forward. As you can see, the chart in front of you, there are about 10 great, very great cricket captains, and we have three from India also, Virat Kohli, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, as well as Saurav Ganguly. What they are and how they are great is already there. They are the top 10, and they have already made another video to tell what was unique about them, each of them. Today I'll talk about Clive Lloyd. Clive Lloyd, you already know, was one of the greatest cricket captains, if not the greatest in all-time cricket. You can see his win percentage, and then he achieved it in an era of between 1974 and 1985. Now, what I would like to delve a little further as to how did he achieve it, why did he achieve it, and then what happened actually. Now, in 1970s, actually, when Lloyd came onto the scene, West Indies was not a great team as such. They were average. They used to win series at home sometimes, but they had a host of challenges. Now, there were a bunch of islands below America who had to gel together. There were a lot of individual brilliances among the team. Rohan Kanai, for example, Garfield Sobbers was already there, the greatest all-rounder of all times. They had great bowlers like Lance Gibbs and Wes Hall in the past. They had Seymour Moores also. Most of the batting averages were about 40, which is fine, but still they were not a side to reckon with. They were not a side to reckon with. Indiscipline was rampant. There was no concept of team gelling, nothing at all. As a cohesive whole, they sucked completely. So Lloyd had a great number of problems to inherit. First of it was there was a lot of inconsistency. Some people used to score, some people used to bowl, but as a unit, they hardly gelled at all. And Lloyd knew right from the start that he had a bunch of people who were good, but as a team, they were sucking and at the bottom. Culturally and racially, there were what you call racial discrimination, lot of challenges, and he took the first task in his hand that he will ensure that discipline is maintained. That is the most important thing he took, that everybody will follow the routine and discipline no matter what, and it applied to himself. So he had the daunting task of making the indisciplined bunch of wild cricketers into disciplined lot. Culturally and racially, he made them engaged, and then there was no team strategy. So he kind of did the concept of huddle at that particular point of time, and then he developed a very great, and in fact the greatest contribution is developing the team of aggressive fast bowlers. He had the team of Joel Garner, Malcolm Marshall, Michael Holding, and Colin Croft. They were lethal weapons. The very sight of them coming to bowl to a foreign nation later on used to send shivers in their pants. Most of them even gave up before they could bat. So he developed the team of fast bowlers. And there's also an example that from the Indian parlance, only Sunil Gavaskar had the capability to face them. And in those days, helmets were not as strong as it is today. So you can understand the pains of what it would have taken Lloyd to develop a bunch of rookie bowlers into an absolute lethal machine. Subsequently, he himself topped the batting averages for quite some time, and then his leadership just went on to the team over a period of time. His fast bowlers as well as a batsman became a cohesive unit, and then he took on the 1975 World Cup, where he won, and then again he won again in 1979, and would have again won in 1983, but for the brilliance of Kapil Dev, who neutralized the completely consistent West Indies into submission in a low score. Well, that is one of the achievements of our captain. But these are all what Lloyd turned a rookie team into a world level, beating every country whom they faced. It was never a bed of roses, but for 11 years, Lloyd took upon himself and ensured that no team ever came close to West Indies. He left that legacy on a very high note. Now, why am I saying all this? All these things are given when you are starting your journey of entrepreneurship. If you have a team or you're solo, you'll be swamped with challenges, like Lloyd had, swamped with a lot of challenges. And if you have a team, you have to ensure that individual brilliance is taken care by a united teamwork. That's what Lloyd brought, and that's what we should also bring. And then discipline, again, which I need to stress more. Nothing is ever achieved in life without discipline. Lloyd himself did that. And if history would have had, he would have won 3 World Cups in a row. That didn't happen, but he won 2 World Cups back to back and almost a third. The same challenges you will find when you are developing as an entrepreneurship, and we should have the faith. Lloyd did all these because of the inherent faith in himself that he can convert his average performing team into world beaters, world class performers consistently for a period of 11 long years. That's a legacy West Indies has not been to replicate after Lloyd went. Though Brian Lara had come, though Richards had come, and others have come, but they could not transform to the heights which Lloyd's had. So it is important to take some lessons from Lloyd's leadership into our own entrepreneurship challenge. Let me know what you think of it. Please comment on it. I'd be happy to respond. Thank you.